Ah, well, fuck me. That's a good start. I've been talking for 2 minutes and there's no sound. Well, that's a good start. I've pretty much destroyed the whole intro, huh? That's embarrassing. So I saw that people were dropping out. I got like 10 views and quickly dropped to 0. And I thought, huh, that's weird. But yeah, it's quite obvious what happened, right? So thanks for that. Thanks for that. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Matic BTC, which is now just touching TP1. We did hit TP1 earlier today, like a couple of hours ago. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for the help with the sound. Imagine if this was like a recorded video. I would probably have just recorded everything without the sound. I muted the sound when I talked to Kong on the Zoom video meeting. And I forgot to turn it back on. So ADA BTC is another one we're watching for a breakout. So this one, I don't know, man. Like, this is the setup I'm in, right? I enter right here because I entered basically in anticipation of a breakout. And like we might see a move like this, right, on like the hourly, right? This, right? And that would be the safest entry, right? And I have posted a setup on this in the trade setup channel and in the Burbness, right? So let's see if I just gotta see if I get a message from Kong when he's supposed to be the stream. Well, looks like he's not actually starting yet, so we'll just have to wait. So these are the two setups I've got in mind right now. I will look at a couple of more ones right now that I might find interesting. So I have a list here. I'm just gonna scroll it through to see if I can find anything interesting. Let's see. We have a green list here. Let's go through this one. So yeah, LRC still trying to get above this resistance, up above around 440. Algo BTC, how's Algo looking? Well, it's Algo is not looking great, guys. I mean, we failed to reclaim this last support up here. That was the area I was looking for to for a move higher. What's up, dude? What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, I can hear you, and I think everybody else can hear you too. Can you hear me? No, wait. All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, so should I just be muting you now? Well, I don't really have an introduction. I think I'm done with the introduction, so I'm good. Well, but the thing is, I have a 2-minute introduction. I played a video and everything, and then people started telling me that there's no sound. So yeah, I forgot to turn on the sound. So that I kind of fucked up that one. But so do you wanna like share your screen? That's awesome, man. Yeah, have you been trading and everything with only like one monitor? All right, all right. yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Do you want me to like crop your screen? You got some secret tabs or something? All right. Yeah, so it seems like the resolution on my stream when sharing your screen is not very good at all. Yeah, you're supposed to hear Con. Can't you hear Con? All right. Yeah, I gotta put on this desktop audio. God damn it, I'm not good at this.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, exactly. I had my desktop audio also super low.
Yeah, sorry about
Uh,
that, guys. This is like the first time we're trying out this, so yeah, we obviously have to got some stuff to work
yeah,
on.
that looks.
Yeah, you're supposed to hear Con.
Yeah,
Can't you hear
exactly.
Con?
That looks fine on your side.
All right, all right.
So yeah, even the resolution is like okay-ish. Is the audio okay? Nice one. Hi people, what's up? What's up with Z chat as well? I'm seeing you. I'm watching you. Good lips. Ansei saying, could Libz share his webinar link? I'm gonna be sharing Libz's monitor and his fucking window, his screen on my screen as well. Whenever he is starting to show shit and talk about shenanigans.
Yeah, so
So
I'm thinking I want you to like go through your whole whatever you want to look at, and afterwards I'll take a look
you
at.
can comment as I go through it, for example.
Yeah, I'd love to comment on
Because
TA. Like where? What is that?
what is this? What
Yeah,
is this? This is Bitcoin.
you still got the diamond on the screen.
Of course, I do have the diamond on the screen because it made me diamonds basically.
Yeah, it's
Why
beautiful.
would you not have the diamond on the screen that made you diamonds and made you real life diamonds? So um, before today, this was looking so we had today morning a little of a discussion between Libsy and me. I think that was on a 1 hourly chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here in the 1 hourly chart, whenever you see a falling wedge on a 1 hourly chart, it's a big no sign to be shorting. So yeah, that for me, like a point about shorts and taking short positions, or taking any position in general. So for me, it is very important that I know for myself, at least, that I can say for myself with a 70+% chance this trade is going to be able to play out. And here's the thing: whenever you are looking, in this case, we were talking about a short opportunity, and we are seeing something bullish, that immediately brings down the chance of success down to like 50 or like 60% that the short will play out, which isn't then in my case too low. But what I was referring to today morning on Twitter, whenever Libsy was posting that, why the chances for me were a little bit higher is, for example, whenever you take a look at the TJ index, that was rising. We did have a nice bullish divergence on this falling wedge, so that means the chances once again increase for a breakout. And if we were looking at the previous bull flag, at the previous I think they're. Oh yeah, they can't. They can't see my screen anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. This is very.
We might. We legit might just have to do a. Imagine having only 5
I don't know what's going on, but it's not working out as I hoped it to be to do.
No worries. I think that the next stream will just be on Zoom simply,
Yeah.
and we'll just be screen sharing just Zoom, or the whole screen with Zoom basically. That works 100%. That this is what you have to do for multiple people. For example, on Thursday, we're gonna be having Rufian and LSD in my coffee on the Crypto Night Shift.
Awesome.
So, I'm gonna have to find out how to explain the two guys how Zoom works. Challenges everywhere. So as I was saying, yeah, right now the resolution on your stream is amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you should probably not watch it on YouTube, and I will send a link to Kronk's
this
Twitch
is
stream.
how his stream looks like.
So you should probably not view my stream. I got 9 people watching my stream, which is there are some real warriors, because I got basically a black screen right now.
Well, they still see your face. I mean, that's enough for TA.
Oh yeah, definitely. So. You look at my lines.
So yeah, but anyway, for the people who are watching on Twitch, basically, or who just joined from Lib's channel, so here we did have this falling wedge, and we did have a bullish divergence on the TJ index, and I even told Libsy, I was like, add a TJ index and you will know, and then he didn't do that, obviously. And after that, I was also looking at a possibility of this being a low. Let's say we have a low, and then we would be having a higher low right here. Even if we were looking at the wicks, that we are printing today, we are also printing continuously higher lows, which in my books is actually pretty cool, and I actually enjoy it. Now, on the 4-hourly, if we take a look at the 4-hourly, okay, we do this. Now we do the Libsy trick where we go to settings and we increase the bar number. So this is like 5-head move, by the way. And what I was seeing today, which is kind of very, very interesting. Hold on. So don't forget the fact that we do have these 2 bull flags or falling wedges in here. And let me take this whole shenanigans off. Boom. We have an area of resistance, right here. Let me make it blue, the blue box, the infamous blue box. And what we have right here is an ascending support. Now this brings us to an ascending triangle. If we say, okay, this area of resistance is an actual area. I can see though how somebody would start arguing with me and be like, no, this is on the 4-hourly a rising wedge. Now, also one thing that I think I haven't been mentioning for a long time in my streams, I've been mentioning that years back, or like months back, whenever I was streaming. But so here's the thing with traditional patterns. Oh, now everything is working on your stream.
Yeah, I fixed it. Hopefully it's working good now. So
nice.
go back to my stream now.
So what you have to keep in mind? So these structures, like a bull flag, like a bear flag, like a rising wedge, like a diamond pattern, and so on. These patterns in crypto do have a certain ability, or they have a certain distinction between the patterns that we would be seeing in where they actually originated, which is the legacy markets. So in the legacy markets, it's pretty obvious. You have a bull flag, you have a percentage of chance that it will break out, you have your target and everything. You have rising wedges, continuation patterns, reversal patterns, and everything. That is pretty clear and easy. In crypto, though, there's one thing that, like one additional asset that you have to take into account, and that is volume. Now, inside of these patterns, whenever, let's say, we have a bearish pattern, like a rising wedge, which is a reversal pattern, in this case, it would be a bearish pattern. But we also want to be seeing the volume dominating inside this pattern being bearish. So not to get confused with the TG index, it's not volume, but the actual just a pleb volume indicator. Whenever you do here, add the volume moving average. If you don't have the volume moving average, you're not using volume correctly. That's one thing. And as I was saying, you want to be seeing the bearish volume dominating. You want to be seeing spikes of the bearish candles in volume, and you want to be seeing the bullish volume super low. So inside of this bigger pattern, in the beginning, we were seeing some spikes of the bearish volume, but at the moment, the bullish volume is still clearly dominating, which is why I am very, very positive that we will be testing the 10,000 line once again. And if we're able to break the 10,000 resistance, we break a major resistance, and then basically we go on a moon mission.
Now, all right, so you're saying that you're watching this as a ascending triangle, right? Or are you watching it as
yeah, exactly. I am primarily watching it as an ascending triangle. Now, right, so inside of this bullish pattern, bullish volume domination, this is the confirmation of bias for me.
Right. So when price is actually testing resistance over and over again, you look at volume, and if the bullish volume candles are stronger than the bearish ones, you think that the chances of breakout is higher than a breakdown.
Yes.
All right.
Do you want to share your screen, and tell us?
Yeah. So I wanted to yeah. Let's see. I gotta figure it out first how this actually working. All right, here we go. I'm looking at something similar on.
You need to share your screen.
Oh god damn it! This is like somebody needs to make this simpler.
Maybe it's just you, Lip.
Well, it's not me. It's not. It's we live in the 2000. Is it 20? Is it 20? Is it 20 or 21? It's 20, right?
It's 2020. What the?
You never know. Like there, I guess.
Somebody help out this guy.
Dude, I got so many different numbers and prices in my head. I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, so let's see. I'm watching something similar on Algo. No, it's not Algo. It's ADA BTC. So no, it's not 88 BTC, it's Matic, I think. Yeah, so, this one. Looking pretty much the same as what you showed on Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have ascending triangle here, right?
Yes.
With resistance here, and so that's basically what you're looking for on Bitcoin. You want to see a move like this, right?
Yes. Yes.
But a much bigger one, like something like this, right?
Well,
Well, that's what I'm looking for. um,
that is the hopium basically.
yeah. So
But
what time frame were you looking at that?
I think 4 hourly.
4 hour?
Yeah.
Let's see. So, like the short that I put in, I just want to go through the short, right? So,
Oh my God.
I saw this level, and I, to be honest, completely ignored what you just showed me, right? This type of thing, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had this. It was pretty much this you were looking at, right?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were coming in, like, what I completely missed here was we were coming in at, you know, a high time frame support down here.
Yeah.
So we got
That's
a,
something.
no, we got this pattern here, and what I did was I completely ignored that one, and I was in a pretty big spot BTC position, right? So I'm thinking, all right, I'm watching this on BitMEX, and I'm seeing this, right? So I'm thinking,
Like I literally woke up and the first thing that I saw on Twitter was you shorting, and then I literally see that falling wedge support, which you don't even have to draw a line. You can already see the support. People on my stream are gonna be saying that. So you can see the line already with your lines. I was like, if this is going down like this, and we have right here, like you can already see with your eyes without any extra lines that this is a falling wedge, and then you look at the super low wick, and then you have the higher wicks above, and I was already assuming the bullish divergence on the TG index. I was just like, no, no way, no way.
yeah. So if I mean, if I hadn't had my spot position, and I mean, I was just feeling bearish, right? So the thing was I shorted here. I had my stops up here, beautiful, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and the thing was, like, I tried to do the calculations for a hedge, right? So if my spot BTC position would, you know, were to rise, I would, you know, cover the losses on the short. But with this, I just want to say, like, it's important to really zoom out, right? And look at the higher time frames too, right? And on this one, especially the 4 hour. Because if I were to really zoom out on the 4 hour, it would have been pretty obvious that you had this support down here, right?
Yeah.
You got this wick here, and like, so basically what I did was I shorted bottom.
No, shorted into HDF support.
So
You see,
yeah,
this was the 5 head move that he is doing. He, like, I'm mostly fucking up the buy zone and have to readjust, and you just go into. You were talking today before the stream about ADA.
yeah, but I want to look at Matic. So this is we posted this. Didn't I post this on in the Discord like earlier today? I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think I did. So the whole idea here is basically I bought this breakout, right? So as soon as you got a tick above, you know, 223 here, this high here, I was thinking, right, well, this is most likely going, you know, at least up to this area here, right? And we did hit the take profit, but what I'm thinking now is, like, for the people that haven't entered, I'm like I'm thinking we might get a rounded retest here. The problem for me is this the wick
Yeah,
the wicks right after the breakout candle. That's problematic for me because I want my breakouts to be completely clean, right? We still
yeah,
have
especially on Matic, you would want to see a breakout like a big breakout.
yeah, exactly. And most likely you would like to see, I mean, this is not really the type of 4-hour breakout candle you want to see, right? I mean, typically you want to see like uh something like this, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we probably got a lot of people watching this from the Burbness. So if you are looking for a re-entry on Matic, if you are going to take this entry, do realize that it's not perfect. So if you're willing to like risk 2%, I would de-risk that to like 1% because this is, as a breakout retest trade, it's just way riskier now than it was as a breakout, I think.
Watch it pump in the next 30 minutes. It's gonna pump 30%.
Yeah. If that happens, yeah, sure, that would be very nice, obviously. ADA BTC, it's I did expect a
Oh, nice.
yeah, I like this one. I did expect though a stronger move.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really feeling this. We might see like a higher time frame trade if we reclaim this area, right? That would be pretty nice. We could get a move like this, right?
We would really have to reclaim that area because before that, like, yeah, reclaiming that area would be the high time frame breakout confirmation, basically. Like, yeah,
Mm.
right now we're breaking out, but there's still a chance that this is going to be a fake out. If
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
reclaim this red area, this red box above, then the breakout is basically confirmed, and the chances of this breakout being a fake out is like 30 to 20% at that point.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking when entering this one. So the plan here was to basically enter on a breakout, right? And I'm gonna take 25% off here, and I got a trailing stop on this one. So when take profit 1 is hit, and it's a fairly large position because I do think we are going to hit this area. It just looks like we are going to hit it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a pretty tight trailing stop. So the trailing stop is actually 3.37, just like the original stop loss here. So if I take my profit up here, trailing stop will be right below entry.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, that's one way of preserving my capital. When I see something quite obvious, I want to add a tight trailing stop when it's a breakout trade, right? Because you quickly take profit and you quickly put your stop loss into profit. But it's it's very risky because, like you said, we're basically buying right into high time frame resistance. And I think when you are doing a breakout trade like that, I think it makes sense to. That's when it really makes sense to use a tight stop loss. I think.
It does make sense in my eyes, in my understanding that does definitely make sense.
So on BTC, what you have any like? What's your high time frame you on Bitcoin?
My high time frame me on Bitcoin right now is the same like you just showed ADA.
Oh yeah.
Like basically exactly the same shit. Like right now we're having a big breakout out of a high time frame resistance, basically, and we need to reclaim this level. And like you can see it already. Like you don't even need lines.
Exactly.
10K to 11K, this is the area of breakout. Like I think 10.4 or some shit like that. If we reclaim 10.4 on the daily level, that means like we pump to like 11K, and then over a week we tumble down to 10.4K, and then have like another super big bullish engulfing to like 11 or 11 and a half or some shit. Then that means this level is reclaimed, and at that point you just fucking go all in. And
Yeah, so I want to show you this, right? This is it's important to remember that we are in a weekly downtrend. At least I think we are in a weekly downtrend. I mean, we got
we
the lower
have
highs and the lower lows, and I can't remember if I used that one. I think I did.
I mean, if you start at the wick, you need to connect the wicks. If you start at the candle close, you need to connect the candle close.
Yeah, I can't remember where. Like that's not it's not really important because I want to show this, right? So I got
Lucky, what's up, Lucky?
this is something I really like to watch, right? The short RLC, or basically the area like the 618. And if you let's see if we can find, like I do believe the high time frame resistance is between these two highs. Like that's the area that needs to really, we need to break out of this area for this.
This level has been resistance for fucking know, for like 2 years already. So
Yeah, so it's I mean, if we get above this area, we are most likely going to see a move up to the last highs around 14K, right? That's
big moon.
yeah, that's just what I'm seeing, right? And if we reclaim this area, that's also going to be like our, like potentially our new weekly uptrend, because you have, I mean, you have the weekly downtrend here, right? You have the weekly uptrend here. I mean, yeah, it's not pretty, but you know what I mean, right? And what that's not very nice, but
Chopsticks.
yeah,
Chopsticks.
like when we actually do reclaim this area, I do see a new potential weekly uptrend for Bitcoin. But like, because this is such a important area for higher prices, right? I do think we are most likely, I mean, this area is resistance, right? And it's going to act as resistance until it's not resistance anymore. So I really have a feeling that we are most likely going to see maybe like a strong wick up to this area, and then another strong move down, because Bitcoin really likes to, you know, cause max pain, right?
True.
So in case of like looking at the higher time frames, I would probably like, I'm not gonna call this level broken until we get like a weekly open and close above. That's when I think we can start the real big moves. Do you
The
think
big
that's
PP moves.
do you think that's like waiting for, like that's too long confirmation, waiting for a weekly open and close?
Mm,
Because I mean, you get weeks like this one, right? Where you pump like 42% in a week.
yeah.
So I mean, it's not unlikely that you will see a weekly pump all the way to up to the 14K area.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But like, this is the thing. Like, you at the moment, like on a big picture, you're definitely like it's still a downtrend. But at what point do you say this is an exhausted downtrend? Also, if you look right now, since 2019, the whole move here, it also looks like a fucking big megaphone.
Yeah,
You see that?
yeah,
So I mean that megaphone structure basically in my experience is not one of the most bearish ones. And it also looks like we have like what, like three, like right now is the third, or like if you say that China pump was like also like almost a touch, basically going for the fourth touch. And then looking since March, it's like a 100% an uptrend.
yeah.
So yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, so like we are
I
in
don't know.
a
I don't know. I don't know how much the exhausted big picture downtrend should should play part in your local uptrend and local bias.
well,
People
yeah,
are saying when we come, dude. I'm streaming for like 30 minutes. It just it.
you know, I'll it's already been like 30-40 minutes. Crazy.
Oh, Nick came into chat. He was like, 1v1 me. I'm like, nigga, my friend, I ain't doing that at the moment. Right now is stream time. But I will destroy Nick.
So I'm looking at, let's see, this is obviously up here a profit taking area, right? Because this is you know, the last
Taking profits and de-risking 100%. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm thinking above that we got this area, and I don't know where I got this one from, but I like it. So I'm not sure if where we should have the resistance on this one. We got a couple of levels. I think this whole area, but it's
10K.
just yeah. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wicks are resistance.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I like to when drawing the areas, I like to have like the for me the best areas I find is when you use like the bottom is the candle closest, right, the bodies, and the top is the wicks, right? But if you can find like I use like this one to 10K,
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a decent area. Because as you can see, we never really had a proper, you know,
Close.
decent candle close above.
Yeah, you could say that those two candles are a fake out, and you take the close to the right
Yeah.
of the doji candle.
So it can look like this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then we line up with this high here. So yeah, this
Yeah.
looks like a good area.
Yeah.
So on the 4-hour, we need a breakout here, right, for a move up to
Yes.
for a move up here, right?
Yeah.
And
We need
this
a
is
big
really when you
PP
start
breakout.
to, you know, see the high time frame resistance, right?
At that point, I think if we get this breakout, it's just probably gonna be one candle.
Yeah.
Just one big candle, and that's
yeah. I mean, just look at the like the effect of the price whenever you touch this area. I mean, look at this one. I think this was the China pump, right? Pretty massive reaction, right? And this one, very, very massive. So we are now coming up for our third retest of that area, right? And like the third and the fourth retest on the daily will most likely break to the upside.
The third time is a charm, they say, you know. So
yeah. So I'm seeing like potentially, I think this might be a very good trade for the future. You see a breakout here, right? Reaction here. And if we get a nice rounded retest on the 4-hour, you might want to long here, right?
That would definitely make sense.
But the problem I'm having
like to
with
have
this,
like a little bit bigger, like a little bit more space on the retest.
Yeah.
And then I don't think
the problem is here because you're basically longing right into the strongest resistance on the chart.
Yeah, but once again, at what point is this even this resistance is then at some point exhausted?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like this is the third retest, right? And this is going to be the fourth retest. And the fourth retest on the daily is, like I said, most likely it's going to break. So if we get rejected on the third try, we hold this support after the third try. I think it's very, very likely that the fourth test will be the move up to 14K, right? You know, with a move like this, obviously. But so that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin going forward. I'm still in the spot BTC position that we had posted in the bird nest, and I think the entry on that one was down here, right?
Yeah.
I think we got filled on this wick here, and I think our profits areas are up in this region, right? So it's looking good if we can get a breakout here and hold hold support on the way down. All right, so I feel like I've been talking for way too long. So
no worries, man.
I really want to take profit here to get hit on ADA in the next couple of hours. If we can't get that take profit one to get hit,
we should.
Yeah, we should. But if we can't, I think this one is pretty much fucked, because if you look at the daily, I mean, we need to get above this one. We need to get above this W, right? It's
no, or come back and print another higher low, basically.
Yeah, and that's not good because I got my stop loss down here. So that's the reason. That's the reason I used a trailing stop, right? Because it's very likely
emotional bias.
Yeah. It's very likely that you get a you get this one, right? So it's very likely that so you're getting higher lows.
But
right?
it should even if it should be hitting the higher low or going for the higher low, it should definitely hit that take profit or that red box above.
Yeah, I mean the 5 minutes. I mean, it's looking bullish. It's everything's just looking good.
It goes down to the fucking 5 minutes. It's like, hey guys, look at this. I'm trading the 4 hourly, but I'm looking at the 5 minute chart.
I like to watch the 5 minutes. I'm not gonna base my decision on it. Obviously, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna tell myself it's looking good, and that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is looking
good. As you just saw, guys, everybody, it's not financial advice, but you know where his stops are. So just put sell orders, put your take profits below his take profit.
Exactly.
And just buy, and then we're gonna have a big resistance. His take profit is not gonna be hitting, and then it's gonna be retracing, and then he's gonna be getting stopped out, and his stops, these are gonna be our entries.
Yeah, well, that's you know what? That's why I have my take profit at 583. No, I have it at 584, of course, but. Yeah, if you're going to enter this, you should probably have it at 583, because it's probably gonna get front ran. But yeah, that's let's just look at your screen. I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Okay, so stop sharing your screen, basically.
Got to find here we are. Go stop sharing.
Back on a beautiful chart, the beautiful blue chart here. So I first need to take care a little bit of the viewers in Twitch. They were asking for some super interesting stuff. For example, ridiculous types. So let me actually make it up. God freaking damn it. Let me make this a little bit bigger so I can read it, because that screen, as you know, guys, I'm cool right now. I have 2 screens, so feeling cool and shit. Just kidding. No. So basically, Ridiculous Tires was asking, if the market goes into a total death spiral, how does trading work? Meaning, if everyone only wants to sell or hold and no one wants to buy, then what happens? Just no volume and everything freezes? Well, basically, we did have a very, very good example of what happens at that point. That was oil. I don't know what is it called. US oil. Yeah,
I think it's PTI crude.
Yeah,
that is right.
And it literally goes to zero in that whenever shenanigans like that happens, whenever you're getting in a total death spiral and your stop losses basically don't really matter because you're getting slippages and uh, you're basically getting liquidated no matter what. So total death spiral and it goes to zero. And this is also one thing that could be happening with crypto whenever these mass liquidations are hitting. I think Sam from like the CEO of FTX made a really interesting article or like a Medium post or like a blog post on FTX about it. That the volume that the exchanges provide is very, very important, especially derivatives exchanges, because as stupid as it is, BitMEX and Bybit and FTX and so on, they are mostly leading the market. Like I know Nick and some people are gonna be disagreeing. They're like, oh no, this is not leading the market. Our spot exchanges are leading the market. But if shit goes down on BitMEX, if shit goes down on Bybit and so on, it's still gonna be dumping on even on the spot exchanges. And for example, if BitMEX has a super big problem and out of nowhere it dumps to like $1,000 and then it stays there for like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes or like an hour or even longer, then all of the spot exchanges are also going to be dumping. So that's very important. That was to the question about the death spiral of cells, basically. Okay, somebody's asking about LTC USD on a daily time frame. Let me take a look. I think I posted something about LTC USD on a daily time frame before. Yeah, I remember that. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at other beautiful MCAST. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Like this. Yeah, I was actually looking at LTC and I was like, yo, I mean, if we are able to break this resistance as we broke it on BTC, and basically BTC was mooning and all of the USD pairs were not really coming behind that. I was like, well, the chances are high. We did have like a decent agreeable bull flag over here. It was like at that point I was like, well, chances for a breakout are high enough. Breakout never came. 10% dump. At the moment though, as of right now, we're still rising, right? So this is okay. But what I also do like is that we are kind of making here, once again, a higher low. And we did have over here a higher high. So we did have low, high, basically, yada, yada. And then we're going for a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then hopefully right now we have the whole push. We have enough of the whole community of the whole USD pairs. As I was saying today, I'm super bullish on the USD pairs at the moment. That we take the collective power and that we actually push through. And as I'm seeing it right now, let me take off all the scribbles. Let me take off all of this here. And we do have a pretty exhausted downtrend. Now, you could be arguing that this is like an overextended channel with a fake out. It could be. I wouldn't disagree, but for me the more important line is the upper one. That is the resistance there, and it does look to me a little bit exhausted, at least. So right here, volume at the moment, yeah, the volume on LTC is lacking. Definitely lacking, at least the pleb volume, but even OBV would be lacking. So we would really need to see a breakout and a retest of this of this resistance to then basically see the super moon mission move. Libsy is typing in my chat. Talk to my chat, dude.
Oh man, yeah, dude, I totally forgot about that.
They
I was listening to you.
hear you. They can hear you.
Yeah. So
Why are altcoin calls and then Nest again BTC not USD? Oh yeah, we do.
yeah, I mean, we do post alt coins against USDT too, but like for me personally, I like trading altcoins versus BTC. That's for some reason I have
technically trading against BTC altcoins is the most stupid thing that you can do.
Well, yeah, because
because you're basically giving up your BTC for for basically for some low level shitcoin that you believe that in a short time frame it's going to be making more money, more gains than BTC, and at that point it's just easier to just trade the USD pairs. We do see here though on Ethereum, for example, a very very similar what's it called? Overextended channel or a descending channel, which could also be argued as a bull flag. And we are seeing the breakout at the moment. Once again, the volume and the pleb volume, we are not seeing any buy volume spikes on a daily time frame, which is a little bit worrying in my eyes. But I do expect if we were to see a daily candle up to 230 or 234, we would definitely be seeing the significant buy volume. And if we don't see it there, then rip and then basically short here and take profit down here. So that's my view at the moment. What do you see on shitcoins or USD pairs on a higher time frame at the moment? We'll see. Lip?
Yeah. Were you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm asking you what are you seeing? Like, do you think this is looking like a valid bull flag, or is this already a breakout, or what would you need to have more confirmation on this one?
Well, it's a daily open and close above, so I definitely think it's a valid confirmation for breakout. I do think you have the daily open and close above the trend line, but it might turn out to be a fake out of that SR level. So,
well, I mean, today got kind of cucked because of the BitMEX downtime. So that is one thing. Oh, somebody's asking in chat, which volume indicator are you using? It's the default volume indicator. How Nick likes to call it, it's the pleb volume indicator. So somebody was also asking how to put the moving average on the volume. So what you have to do is you just have the pleb volume on, and you click on this little edit button, and you go into style, and then you just turn on the volume moving average. And first it's going to be as a line. Then what you want to do is you want to turn it into an area. Then the opacity always is going to be looking like this, and you just put the opacity down to like 25%, and then make the thickness to 4. This is how I have the volume. And then basically whenever you're doing candle by candle analysis, because this is basically the very first thing that I look at is whenever I do TA, it is candle by candle analysis. So I want to see, okay, if we are breaking, God damn it, training, fix yourself. What are you doing? So if we are seeing the breakout here, and we do see the close above, I want to confirm that this candle is actually valid. Now, what does it mean that this candle is valid? Yo, that guy Lucky, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the call, Army. So what does it mean that this candle is valid? You want to see buy volume behind it. Now, somebody might be asking, why do you want to see significant buy volume or like a buy volume spike on a breakout. Well, the theory is basically that if you do not have a significant amount or like a spike in volume on a breakout, it did not really take you much money to move the candle all the way up, meaning that the buy power of the candle or the willingness of the market participants to put really money behind and pay this price and really believe that the price will be going upwards soon, it's basically not significant. This is why you have the moving average, and this is how you would be interpreting that, because everything what you see on the chart, you're basically translating or trying to translate what the market feels, what the market does, and what the intention of the market is, or basically of all the market participants in general. So you want to be analyzing, okay, if this is a big candle, did it take somebody just like, I don't know, 10 Ethereum to move the candle upwards? Or did it take somebody 10,000 Ethereum to move this candle to the upside? Now, if it takes somebody to move the candle to the upside 10,000 Ethereum, then obviously there's more force behind that candle. There's more willingness behind that candle, so to speak, and it implicates you, and it basically explains to you that the market or the market participants are more willing to pay the price right now in order, or like in the hopes that the price will be rising in the near future. Because this is all what candles do. It just shows you how many people bought or that the majority sold. And then you want to see, okay, well, I mean, is this representation just done by one person and we have super low volume, or is this representation done by a lot of people and we have super high volume? This is basically the idea of volume and why you look for the pleb volume candles and the breakouts and the spikes of volume, basically. It's mine. What is your take on that, LibZ?
Well, my take is that I need to go, and I need to end the stream because I don't have time to stream, sadly. But my take is that I agree with everything that you're saying. Because you are great. No, I'm sorry. I was actually reading a message I got from a private student.
Okay.
So I need to take care of that stuff before going to bed. So if you're watching me on YouTube, you should probably go over to Kong on Twitch. So I've linked the description, and I got the link in the description in the chat. All right, yeah. Kong, see you next time, and next time let's try to be a little bit more organized.
All right, LibZ, let's do that. See you next time, LibZ. And now, the Crypto Night Shift.